Well, welcome back, everybody. I'm certain we're going to play some more Stoneshard with the dual-wielding axe Jorgrim build, and we're out here in Brynn. This is one of my favorite parts of any playthrough, is when we get to come back to Brynn. Our rep is the next level, and we've got lots of money to make and spend. So, let's do just that. You see, I did buy a pie. These pies are actually pretty decent. 4 uses out of them. Get some fatigue resistance for a little bit, some situational morale, and diet morale is pretty decent. Cost me about $100. So it's a little pricey, but considering you get like 4 meals out of it, it's really not that terrible. Anyways, let's sell some things. I don't know if I have really a whole lot for you. I'm not sure. Jeweler doesn't usually buy those, I think, or these. I'm not sure who would want that. Perfectly honest. Nobody seems to want this. I think he will take the gold teeth. I think we can sell that to somebody else. One loan identification scroll. $37? Alright, for sure. You could turn those into Manshire, but why? We're maxed out in rep. I don't care that much. I don't know if the jeweler buys these. I want to say he doesn't, actually. We'll come back and see who else we can sell to. He's kind of out of money anyways. Go over here and visit the elf just in case he's got anything crazy that I might want. I don't think he will, but you never know. If he has some crazy one-handed axe. He doesn't. He has this one-handed axe, but that's okay. He has the same one that we looked at before. I don't hate it, but I don't really love it either. He does have this guy, which I'd kind of like to pick up, but it's not super high on my list of things I want either, so we'll see. Skill energy cost down by 5 would be kind of nice. I don't want to... I feel like I always fall into the light armor as of recently, and I'm really wanting to see what medium armor is all about, but... wow, that is glass cannon, and I love it. Anyways, these boots could be pretty nice. It's less protection than we have, of course, but even just the skill energy cost is kind of tempting, I'm not going to lie. Okay, well, I think that answers my question, though. Let's move on. Let's talk more rock. We got other things to do here. One thing I want to do is see if we can find all the plants we need for the spice box upgrade, since I've already bought the spice box. Ooh, he told me about a cave. So we do need a spearmint. I think I got pretty much everything. We just need one more spearmint, and didn't really check, but I think that might be it. Let's have vivifying potions, which isn't something I'd like to have to use, but sometimes that's how it goes. Alright, well, we got a lot of ancient coins. Let's turn these in. Buff up our bank account. 500. Turn out to a pretty penny there. Deal. And we just walk away. Okay. Big bucks should be coming from the jeweler as usual. Plus, I'm interested to see what he might have for us, because it's time to upgrade some of our rings. And maybe even my Jorgrim necklace that I do love, but we can probably start doing better. Any rumors? Hidden camp. Okay. Oh my. So yeah, this is one of the guys I had in mind. And this is the necklace I had in mind. Increasing our accuracy a lot. Cooldown. Ooh, injury skill cost. Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of liking that a lot. The other one I was thinking was maybe this. I do like the experience gain. Is it really that good? No, but... and we'd be losing the fatigue resistance if we switch from the other one to this one. But healing efficiency is pretty nice. That's a lot of healing efficiency too. Decreasing our front row chance, getting global bleed resistance. I mean, those are all things I kind of like a lot. What do you cost to repair? Oh, God, okay. Our guy's still 120 back in camp, but this guy's not the answer either. I was going to try to repair this and sell it, because it should be worth it to do so. Maybe we'll find somebody cheaper. As for now, I think I do want this. I like that experience gain, but this is just a pretty much better version all the way around. So we'll spend the money on that. That's okay. And then I think I do want this one as well to replace this guy. Thank you again for the nice viewer who told me that I can just hold left alt and switch between these two. I had no idea. Thank you so much. It's really nice. I don't really care for the nature resistance, but the bleed resistance and accuracy, I mean, it all adds up. So I'll take it. Stay there. As for this guy, I really do like the fatigue resistance a whole lot, but this really is just a nicer ring. And the price isn't terrible, so take it. Now I have a bunch of stuff I can't sell here, but that's okay. This feels like a pretty nice upgrade, and we did spend a lot of money, but that's okay, because we have a lot of money to sell him things. Yep, he does not buy these. I thought so. I don't know what your guys' local equivalent is, but I was talking to my buddy about this yesterday. You know, growing up, we had our local shop, kind of like, you know, GameStops were like the national one, but we had a local shop called The Exchange that did the same thing, where, you know, you just bring in all your stuff and then trade it for something you really wanted, like a video game, where they did like VHSs and stuff too, but same idea. I feel like that's just what I'm doing. I'm just like, here's the stuff I don't want. Please give me the nice new rings. We end up making a pretty penny in the long end anyway, so I'm pretty happy with that, actually. We were told to come down here and say hi to Daryl's friend, who I believe repairs at 100% once we, like, talk to him. So let's do that. Anything good? Good idea to go on a journey. Dangerous camps. Arrow from a tree line. He was saved by a hunter. Daryl sends his regard. Hey, a familiar face. Anything for sale. So now he repairs for 100%, which is phenomenal. Let's go ahead and you won't fix my ring. Never mind. I was gonna say he'll fix my ring cheaply. He won't fix the ring. That's okay. Well, screw him anyways, I guess. We'll be coming back to him later. We'll come see the dock merchants and everybody over here. But we're sitting at, even after our nice upgrades, that I'm actually pretty excited for. It was time to turn them in and move up. But we still have a fair amount of money. Nothing here that I love. No big surprises. Go ahead and sell them these things, as no one else is going to buy them. Goodbye, pendant. Goodbye, 6% experience gain. I guess we'll just sell it broken then. I doubt it's worth repairing at that price. This is the same price that the other guy was going to buy him for, so we'll just sell him, I guess. I feel like I could probably do better than that, but you'll buy these. And this. I think the wine is worth less until it loses its stolen status. That could be not accurate, but it might also be accurate, so. Tier 3 hatchet. Accuracy crit. Lead chance is pretty nice. And only a 15% entry skill cost. Compared to the one that I have, which increases our fumble chance. Has stagger, which is nice, but I don't really care about. Honestly, I like this one a lot more. If I wasn't probably about to buy tier 4s, hopefully buy some tier 4s, I'd pick that up right now. But I am. So instead, I'm going to pick this up. 315. Actually, you got some fish for me, buddy? How about some fish? And we'll turn around, just immediately sell to you for about 75, or it's a 315, so almost 85 gold. Just for walking down the road. These idiots. Alright, how about you, good sir? You should be interested in just this. Okay. So be it. Alright. Was expecting him to buy a couple more things. I always forget he won't buy those boar tusks. Our gentleman we rescued here should be willing to buy him or sell me some of his new stuff. And give me that. What's new? Yeah, he thinks the war's gonna come back. He's probably right. These new backpacks look really cool. I just don't know when I would use them, to be perfectly honest. I like these belt patches. They're really cool. Last time I picked this one. I was a big fan of it. Let's go ahead and grab this one, though. And then we can get rid of some of these other pouches. I just think it's neat. I like it. It's new. It's shiny. Let's grab it. Alright, so I think I'm pretty much just going to be waiting for the guild to open up now. You know what, while we're at it, why don't we just go back to the jeweler and see what else we can sell him. I'd like to sell that wine, but I think its price will increase once it's no longer considered stolen, even though they'll buy it either way, which is weird to me. I could be wrong in that. Yeah, take the ring, whatever. Maybe he'll buy me some food later. He doesn't want any of these things. Alright, let's head back up north and see what we can sell. Okay, well, coming and checking this out, he actually will buy it for 489. That's a solid profit either way, so screw it, we'll just sell it. It's yours, you got it. You can have this too, as far as I'm concerned, sure. Surprisingly, he will buy these things. I'm sure it's not the best price for him, but... Okay. I don't know. I'm gonna go check out the book guy and see if he will buy some of that stuff for a little bit more. Okay, it is actually the same price. I'm a little surprised. Alright, well, whatever. I'll get rid of him. I'm gonna keep this guy. Just in case. But we actually did kind of clear out everything. I'm overall pretty impressed. I think we need one more incense, and then I'll probably pick up... We got 10 grand. So unless the stuff I find is all there and really expensive, I'll probably pick up the incense burner from the elf. But I'm going to go to the guild and see if he has anything to offer us this evening. Alright, with a little waiting and eating a rest of an entire pie, here we are. Let's see. You have to have some tier 4 medium. Come on. Ooh. So this would gain us a lot of dodge back. This one has a bit more protection, though. Not sure which one I really like more. But I really want to place this medium heavy armor that we're wearing. Lose 1 dodge. Or, I'm sorry, 2 dodge. Okay. And actually, less bleed resistance with this. I like this one better, I think. Crushing, piercing. And it's cheaper. Okay, we'll give it a shot. I think both of these are some of the newer ones out there. I haven't really seen them before, at least. So I'm pretty excited to see them and give them a shot. Sure, I'm not sure how that helped me. Okay, so what else do we have? Would really like to replace the boots. Everything else I'm pretty happy with. You have boots that define me as a person. You seem to. So again, we're going to lose a little bit of dodge, extra 2%, and it does add up. So I'm kind of concerned about it, though this is way more protection than my tier 2, as you would expect from going from tier 2 to tier 4. Bleed resistance is up a little bit. We lose some dodge, we lose a little bit more energy. But that physical resistance is kind of sky high. Kind of love that. So yeah, we might have to start putting points in vitality. That's just going to be the way of the world. Axes. Tier 4 Sessions Axe. I want to find something to replace this guy. And this is not a bad contender. Does do the body part and armor damage. Does do more base damage. The accuracy is 6. Though I'm not so sure our accuracy is suffering like it was. So I'm going to try to find something that's got less energy cost too. 5% still 5%. This mercenary axe seems pretty decent. Even this guy has less energy cost? My lord. Okay. This seems like a solid upgrade to what we already have in pretty much every way possible. We've already seen this guy too. He's a tier 3. Anybody else that's a tier 3? Naval hatchet. Okay, so before I go and buy any new boots, which I definitely want to do, I just want to make sure I wasn't going to lock myself out of buying an axe that I really, really want. That might be this guy. So what is our accuracy right now? I guess is the real question. 94 and 92. So pretty good. But if I buy an axe with some extra accuracy, it's not going to change much there. I'm not going to go over, which is fine if we do, because if we go over 100%, we decrease enemy dodge, which is pretty nice. Speaking of which, where's my fumble? Fumble's still pretty high. Damn. That will go down, though, if I lose this axe, because this axe does give me some fumble, so let's see. We buy these. These are 2,600. That'll leave me enough money to buy one axe, which is not really what I wanted, but sometimes that's life. So we got the Sergeant's Axe, accuracy 6, bleed. I like the idea of bleed. It's kind of what we build off of. Crit efficiency is also nice. This guy does more damage. This guy costs less in terms of energy cost, though, too. So I think out of all of them, that's the one I really like. In fact, I wouldn't really hate having just 2 of these. Accuracy is great. Bleed chance is great. Body part damage is good. Damage is good. And between the 2, that would give us still 40% energy cost. My energy cost wouldn't go up if I had 2 of these and replaced what I had. That's how expensive this one is. So let's go ahead and buy this guy. So peace to you. It's so small and quaint. Look at it. And then what I think I will do is probably buy these boots. And we're broke, but I think that's okay. If nothing else, this is a pretty solid upgrade for us, even if we can't scrounge up another bit of money, which we probably can't. We might have to hopefully either find another one or more likely just come back and buy something better later. But we do have some things to sell, so it's possible. Accuracy now is 97, 92. Obviously, this one didn't change. And fumble chance is down to 14, 14, which is probably my base fumble at this point. But we are putting points into agility, so it is coming down little by little. 10% fumble is still not what I would consider great, but that's okay. Let's probably spend the night here, and I'll probably just sell these things just to see how close I am money-wise. But let's head back to camp, see what we have there, and see if I was able to get enough stuff to upgrade anything. Okay, well, I had to walk around a bit to find the spearmint that I needed, but here we're a spice box upgrade will be quite nice. Letting us keep our food a little bit longer. And then this one piece of whitefish. I'll go ahead and keep that there. And you know what? I think it's time. Why don't we get out of here? And we're just going to go up to the Rotten Redlow and start doing things up there. I hate all these locations. Alright, that's fine. I guess we'll go here. It's closest to the dungeon I would like to do, so. And we got some pretty sizable upgrades, so we should be looking pretty good. That's a strange road. That's almost certainly the cave, but okay. Hoping to find like an actual open area close by. Just so it doesn't take so long to set up camp and stuff. But yeah, what are you gonna do? Great, there's a pestilence. My favorite. So, I'll open up this guy, we'll put you in there. Put this fish in there before it expires. That's my kind of main concern right now. where's all my vegetables? I must have used them all. I thought I had some left over. Okay, well, lentils it is then. We're gonna go and make this herb roasted fish. It's been a while. And we're hungry enough to eat it. There we go. Cool. Not too shabby. Everything else is salted and should be fine. Wants to tell me about the guy who runs the bar. Or he's going to give me that. Reading's overrated. Let's see. We'll probably be replacing you, but for now, let's do that. And then I do have these enchantment scrolls. Let's see if we get anything decent. Accuracy. Yeah, sure. It's not terrible. Bleed resistance. Okay. Actually, don't hate that either. And energy restoration. Nah, not awful. Where's my dodge? I feel like my dodge is still pretty negative right now, which kind of love. -3 though is way better than it was, so I'll take it. All right, let's up here and see what kind of job we can get. Okay, here we are. I did take a little bit of a nap just to actually get some vigor buff. Looking to make some gold. Rumors of bloodsuckers. I kind of want to do the undead tide, I'm not gonna lie. Just because it's right here. And it's a 3 skull, which we should be perfectly fine for. I mean, I killed a troll. We should be fine. What should I expect? What's the reward? I need more. Perfect. It's gonna pay me some. Anything you should tell me about? Be prepared, and that's it. Perfect. I accept. We do need to be prepared, though, about this. Oh my. Any food that I would want? You know, this actually might be perfect. Yeah, let's take that. Even the pestilence food isn't costing me more. Interesting. Okay. We're gonna get hungry while we're down there, so we might as well. Got some healing stuff. Got a splint. Those. Pain stuff. Leeches. Yeah, we should be fine. Great. I'll see you when we get down there. Alright, well, here we are. No traps. Let's see how we do. It's going to be our first 3 skull. We have to worry about second floors and new enemies doing stuff like that. That's not really new, but you know what I mean. No, I'm not super worried about this guy. He wants out immediately. He's probably going to bleed. I feel like my energy cost didn't really go down. But it should have, because we went from 30 to 20. But wasn't this costing me 25 before? Also, this necklace should be reducing skill energy cost as well. Alright, well. You died. Yeah, we'll take that. Sure, there's no traps over here. This seems to be the end. I'll take that. I don't want the earrings. They don't do it for me. They don't, you know, they don't match what I'm wearing. I was confused. He went to the entrance, which is kind of funny. I love that little bit of a lunge just so these people can't just poke me from afar. It's really nice. Oh, I can't lunge because I'm immobilized. Okay. It's like, why are you grayed out? That's why. No traps. Brass ring. They don't sell for anything. So I'm going to leave it. That's an intact axe, but probably won't give me much. Take those, lots of coins for us. This entryway and ooh, right path there. Kind of already cleared out for us. Hello. incredibly annoying. So much for that, like, extra bleed resistance I felt like I had, but... I'm gonna mark enough for everybody. I feel like the extra accuracy is making a difference. Eat your friend. I shouldn't be fighting you here. Yeah. I have made a mistake. Get him. Get him. Woo. That's why you don't do that. Holy moly. Close that, because it's annoying. Now I'm hungry for a pot roast. Let's go. I do like that cape, but we're not going to take it. Nice. Let's pop these guys open. See if we're going to get anything for all this trouble. I should have tried to get attacks of opportunity and pulled that ghoul off his dead ghoul friend. I recognized it enough time that I could have done that. That's what I should have done. Also, should have clicked that, which is what I swear I did, but that's okay. Happens to me a lot, I feel like, with those. I don't care about the silver ring. That's not true, I kind of do. Because I have that pouch that I can just put it in. Nope. Oh. I don't really have a need for it, but we could probably sell it. It's a tier 3 heavy shield, I think. This guy's gonna feel it. He's just gonna keep losing limbs. Did I destroy both your arms? No, just one. Okay. Just wasn't sure why he dropped his shield and his mace, but I guess he drops both. Pain's coming down, very nice. Thank you, Optimism. Fumbles are a lot, man. Oh, we'll stay in here then, I guess. No regrets, hopefully. Damn fumbles. Costing me from getting those extra hits in. Nice block on this part. There we go. This shield, ribcage. I don't see anything there. Rusty sword. No, I'll pass on that. This room's kind of a bust. Okay. On to the next room. Where are you going? Stop doing this. Secret traps I need to watch out for. There's no way in hell I'm taking that shirt. Not a chance. Ooh, moonstone. Let's go ahead and get some water. Take that moonstone. Money is money. I like jewels. Just you and your lonesome up here? Smelling like rot. Big blocks on his part. Good job, guy. Fumbles, fumbles, fumbles. Got a nice counter in there, though. Take those. That coin. Are those worth it? I can never remember which ones aren't. No, I don't think. I mean, it's 20, but it's not going to sell for 20. I guess it adds up, but when we find bigger, better things in the basement, we'll be perfectly fine and we won't care, because I'm sure that's what's going to happen. I'll take this before it destroys my morale. There's our first tough guy there. Yeah. He's got a cool friend with him. All right. We are gonna buff up a little bit. I'm gonna stand up here so he doesn't eat him. He's gonna do that, which is gonna annoy the piss out of me, but that's okay. I'm not sure who killed him there. Countered attack, fumbled, he's in pain. Jorgrim counterattacks, critical hit, I kill him. Okay. He got shot by his friend, so I wasn't really sure who did what there. You know, sometimes you're just not sure. Mages. Nice. Yeah, walk into it. Good job. Very good, very good. Took a little bit of hit there in our leg. All in all, though, that wasn't the worst entrance into a second floor I've ever had. Gotta deal. Ugh. Getting those extra 2 hits can be really nice. He blocked him, so there wasn't a whole lot we were going to do about that, but... Very annoying. Hey, we leveled. And we got some jewelry off of him. Interesting. Fully intact. This guy is, at least. So, let's talk about level. We're going to grab this last point, agility. Pretty happy with how our accuracy is going. Granted, I won't always have this jewelry on, so we could end up losing a lot of that and still want points of perception. And I still do want points of perception because I think I'm going to want the crit. I also want to get our fumble down, but it could just be that we keep our agility at 15, get our fumble down in other ways. So that's always a possibility. As for now, though, I think we're going to start going into vitality. We need to get our energy up. Could always use some extra max health, because why wouldn't we want that? I mean, it's just good all the way around, I think. If we go to the axes, we should be able to accomplish our first goal of the playthrough, which is getting that achievement, Axe Grinder. Very nice. Plus, Tormenting Swing seems to be really, really great. Really, really great. Especially for any, like, enemy you might fight with a lot of health. Which we're going to do. I think that's a tier 3 and not one of the ones I almost just bought. But I'm going to take it and I'm going to identify it. Because if it is, I want to be appropriately angry about it. The money I just spent. He wants released. I want to release him. What more could we want? You know, we're all happy. I don't think this is going to kill him. Probably going to be close. Oh. Actually did kill him and give him a new injury and drop him even more. Wow, because he went from... no, I just did a head injury. I bet he went from 60 to 41 and with a head injury. Thought maybe he died and... That was a lot of health though, so it's hard to say. This guy. Ooh. salt bone. No, thank you. No traps. Okay. The treasure we got down here. Ooh, that could be worth money. No, it's not card figurine. We're back to optimism, which is kind of nice. That, I can't remember if that's a tier 3 or tier 4, but that's, I think it's a tier 3 heavy shield. I've never really messed with heavy shields. I don't know what the current meta for like heavy shields is, because if you're using heavy shields and heavy armor, I feel like you'd have to be going like pure vitality and strength to make them viable. Which, you know, is very possible, I guess. Otherwise, your energy is going to be like 20. I don't know how you're going to be able to do anything. I don't know. I would like to go like a pure shield skill tree. Like no weapon skills, just shield skills. Just to see what that's like. I don't know. He's going to walk around this, it won't matter. Come here. I don't know why you didn't move. Killing these people down here makes me happy in case there's a necromancer boss up there, which is a very real possibility. One candle end. No, thank you. Who did we bring? Yep, come down here. Once again, just in case there's a necromancer up there, I don't want him reviving everybody. Very good. Okay, we'll fight both of them down here. I don't think they'll eat skeletons, but they will eat ghouls. Let's get them away from skeletons just in case. Nice hits. Very nice hits. Right in the ground. I'd really like to get a second one of these axes. All done. Sure, we'll take those. Topaz, yeah. This has to be boss room, I feel like. There he is. Dude, he is a necromancer. That should pull him over here. I don't want to stand here because he would have saw me and then alerted him. Where here, I get to lunge him. Get a nice jump on him. Ooh, that was a pretty solid hit. And he's done. And he's gone. Who's next? So now he has to at least get a lot closer. Or he won't. What are you doing, buddy? You jerk, just get in this room. So now you have to be confused about where I am, right? Okay. Well, that's everyone. It didn't really drop anything I wanted. Amulet? Eh, okay. But as our first tier 3 dungeon, we're of course gonna get something really awesome. Okay, not bad. I was gonna say it's really awesome, but definitely seen worse things. And with our new burst, we can throw even more stuff in here, which is pretty nice. Go ahead and hit that magical button everyone loves. We'll take that moron. I'm sure that's how you say it. And we'll, you know, just do a little bit of last minute cleaning up. That's a lot of money we just picked up. Pretty happy about that. hit the wrong button. Okay, so let's see here. We're going to obviously turn this in, but how's our rep looking in places? Almost respect there. Definitely respect there because we killed the troll. Dunbury doesn't really know who we are. We delivered a trophy from a cave, so they've heard things. And Brynn is still pretty far from respect. The trophy is really nice. Like, I dare say almost too nice. Getting 100 flat with like everybody is really solid. We're just killing a boss in a cave, cutting off his ear and bringing it. Speaking of which, and it's the promise I made and will keep, always keep, and don't ever double check it. Let's butcher the boss and take his trophy. I didn't almost forgot. You almost forgot. Get out of my head. Okay. Well, all's well that ends well, and this ended pretty well. So, get out of here. We'll turn this all in, and pat yourselves on the back for a job well done. Okay, well, we did wander all the way over here, so let's go ahead and turn this in. Got my contract. I'm all done. So we can counter you. Here's the trophy. He's not impressed, but that's okay. We did make a pretty penny out of all that. So I'm pretty happy. Let's head back to camp. I'll probably stop here, see if we can pick up some scrolls for us. What did that do us rep-wise? 370. Okay. And 167. Not too bad, but it's going to be a while still before we get respect with Brynn. Okay, well, here we are back at camp. I did drop some things off, and I did pick up some identification scrolls so I could properly rage bait myself to see, but we'll need to identify some of these things anyways. This is a tier 3. Okay. Good. It's not going to do me any good because it's so broken, but that's all right. It was important for me to find out the truth. This is a tier 3 as well. 500, so we should be able to make a little bit of money off of that. I think if we repair this guy, we'll be able to make some money off of that. Pain resistance, physical resistance, not bad. Probably not really necessary for a mage, though. This is a tier 3 ring as well, with an extra 8% global bleed resistance. That is a boatload. That is a boatload. A bleed resistance globally, 14%. That's really nice. Kind of hate that I just bought some other rings, because that's really nice. I don't think it's worth trading either of the ones that I have, though. I mean, it still gain net 8%. Here, I'd lose 2 accuracy, which is not the end of the world either. God, I kind of hate it, but I love that better, I think. What does that bring my bleed resistance to? Because I feel like I bled a lot in that last dungeon. In fact, I ran out of bandages, so I know I did. Where are you? I'm too far low. It's under survival. There's resistances, which you'd think bleed resistance would be under, but it never is, and that's why it always confuses me. So we got about 50% now. I guess we were at like, what, 40 before? So we're only gaining a net of 8. I don't know, it still feels like a lot. That's a tough call. Do you want that extra 2% accuracy, which is nothing to turn your nose at? Comes with some natural resistance, which is pretty nice, but not something we run into a whole lot. Or do you want that extra health and extra bleed resistance? And I think that's going to be more meaningful to us. It's a shame because we just bought that, but I suppose it's not the end of the world. It's even fully repaired. Let's put you there for now. Same with you and you and you. Really do need some healing stuff. We'll probably have to talk to the guy inside the tavern next time we take a job. Because I'm pretty low on stuff. Unless Whistling Girl here wants to sell me anything. She does have bandages. So we'll take that, I guess. Even though they're not really that expensive. Alright, well, we'll wrap it up. I want to thank everyone for coming by and being part of this series. And for coming by, just hanging out, leaving me comments, giving me encouragement, whatever it might be. I love hearing from everybody, so thank you guys so much. A special thank you, of course, to my channel members who give me financial support as well as emotional support and get to watch these episodes early. We have some new people here. I'm going to butcher this. I think it's Wanko. Then it's my Magnus the Pious, Jordan C, Alex S, Victor M, Stina, Socially Awkward Gamer, Jesus L, Twisted Soldier Gaming, Cookie Legend, To Fear the Reaper, Andrea N, That One Guy, Sexton S, Lord Sees Up Benny Pizza, Vacker, Diego, Legato Blue Summers, Alice S, Fat Larry, Joe J, PM, Andrezu, Morris B, Jacob A, Nubs Plays, Wereroot, Jack SMT, Blessed X, Asbin B, Main Account, Ramble, James O, Not Me, Lavender S, Red the Reckless, Mark, Alec, Aussie Pagan, Confined Poet, Ozak, and of course Strupple. Thank you guys so much for all your support, love, and even if you're not a channel member, I still feel your love from just hanging out. I can't say this enough. I feel like I sound like a broken record, but you guys coming by, hanging out, and enjoying these games with me really does mean the world to me. So please take care of yourself, stay safe, and I hope to see you again real soon. Bye-bye.